Whose idea was it that you come here?
A psychiatrist.
Did he tell you why?
No, the psychiatrist did not.
Has anybody told you why?
No.
Have you any idea why?
Yes.
And what is that?
I am not completely like other people.
What do you mean by that?
People dislike me because I am not completely like them.
And in what way are you different?
I am trying to do with my life something which few people try to do. And this influences my thinking and consequently my actions.
What is it you're trying to do with your life?
Play the piano for people.
I'm not clear. How is it that playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital?
I sit differently when I play the piano, and when I'm away from the piano I occasionally look differently from other people, and this has caused dislike from people.
They dislike you because you sit differently at the piano?
Yes.
What way do you sit at the piano that people would dislike you?
I cannot describe an illustration of how I sit.
And I can't imagine it, that it would make people angry at you or at least dislike you. How do you know they dislike you?
My father does, and doctors do, because of the way I appear in relationship to the way I sit at the piano and occasionally stand when I'm away from the piano because of the way I sit at the piano.
How do you stand when you're away from the piano that they dislike you?
I can't describe an illustration.
Does it feel to you any different from the way other people stand?
Yes, it feels different.
In what way?
This is becoming too involved to describe.
Would I be right in assuming then that you don't feel that you belong in the hospital, but that other people did feel that?
As soon as I express the belief that I do not belong in this hospital, which is a mental hospital, then those who dislike me want to find a worse place for me.
I'm not sure I understand. Could you make that clearer for me?
As soon as I express the belief that I do not belong in this mental hospital, then those who dislike me want to find a hospital where the living conditions are not as good as this.
But why are you in the hospital in the first place? I'm not clear.
Because I'm working to do something which, in my life, which most people do not do. This influences my thinking and occasionally my actions, and a psychiatrist has noticed this.
What has he noticed?
Likes the actions and the thinking, and has decided that I should be here to change them.
What actions?
How I talk and how I look right at this moment.
And how would you describe the way you're talking and looking right at this moment?
As other people talk, and at this moment, however, I've been told that it is not the way other people talk and look.
Have you any idea in what way it's not like others?
No, because I believe it is as other people talk.
So then, from your point of view, Not from other people's point of view. From your point of view, you look, you talk, you think, you behave as other people do. You're very interested in learning to play the piano. You sit at the piano a little differently from the way someone else might, and you stand somewhat differently.
Occasionally I stand differently.
Now that, in itself, doesn't seem on the surface to be sufficient reason for being in a hospital. So what other reasons have been given to you, or what other reasons do you understand are the causes of your being here?
I'm supposed to not be mentally well.
Oh. And what's supposed to be wrong with you?
No doctor has told me.
That's hard to believe.
I tell the truth.
What are your plans? If things should go well, if you were to leave the hospital, then what?
And the occult this morning and some of the dangers that are lurking about. And with me in the studio is the Dark Lord Blood, who is a 7th-generation satanic worshiper. I mean, are all your friends Satanists?
No, I don't have any friends, but my acquaintances I am. For the purposes of this study, we will focus on the number 666 and its use in the universal product code.
Most people don't realize that 80% of all toys on the market have occultic influence, and these are the most popular.
It says here that it actually makes the wings move, so let me, look at that. Isn't that amazing?
And do you remember those verses in the book of Revelation about the flying beasts with the riders on them?
This could actually be taken from Revelations.
Sure, it looks like it.
I dealt with a boy, to abbreviate it, who wanted to kill me. The name of the demon that was inside the young man was named Azrael. I later found out that Azrael was Lucifer's personal death angel. Not only that, but I also found out that that was the same name as the cat on the Smurfs. And what is his primary objective? Is to catch little Smurfs and kill them for Gargamel.
And this kind of knife is being sold for that reason. There's something called an
But it's
FDM.
also being sold for healthy reasons.
Man, what's healthy about selling a knife that
Snake Mountain. It's got an interesting little feature here. I'm going to turn it on. It can actually transform your voice from your regular voice to that of an occultic hero. Is that correct? So let's get a Skeletor type of voice. Let me turn this on here. I think I'm getting it too loud. Skeletor, the master of the universe.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Well, fuck. I mean, I just don't know what to say. Very glad to be here with you tonight. Be able to talk to you about some things that I know a great deal about. Everyone knows that you are fucked up. that. But our purpose is to tell everyone that. Take, for instance, the time you went to the bathroom to take a shower. You had soap. You had a towel, shampoo, washcloth, a brush. Everything was set. But you had to call me to come turn on the water for you. You didn't know where how. That is one instance of how fucked up you are. A second instance of how fucked up you are. You was going to cook you some breakfast. Well, you went in there and you put some toast in the toaster, put a skillet on the stove, some grease in it, and got you some eggs out and some bacon. Poured you some orange juice, made you some coffee, got some jelly and some butter, fried the eggs, salt, pepper, got the bacon all ready. Everything was fine, except for one thing. You had to call me in there to show you how to use a fork. Now the third instance, the way you're fucked up. You got dressed, ready to go to school. Everything was fine. Went outside, got in your car, key in the ignition. Except for one thing. You had to call me to come show you.
Not a speck of light is showing, so the danger must be growing. Are the fires of hell glowing? Is the grizzly reaper mowing? Yes! The danger must be growing! For the rowers keep on rowing! And they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing! Stop the boat.
Hello and welcome to KDK FM, the only radio station in the world that plays songs for people like my cousin Karen who work in a psych ward. I'm really not sure what's going on this mixtape, as you can probably tell from the chaotic first 12 or 13 minutes, but we're gonna keep going. We're gonna going down the rabbit hole, really. I've been downloading a lot of stuff off YouTube, and it's gonna be a bit of a mashup. It's gonna be a weird journey. Might be a long one. If you're on the late shift, walking around the hospital, this could be the soundtrack for you. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, a lot to get through, a lot of weird shit to listen to, and I can't really give you any real outline because I'm just kind of making it up as I go. But yeah, hope you enjoy. Stay tuned.
Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy. But the first time somebody told me that, I don't know, I thought they were bullshitting me, so boom, I shot him. The thing is, okay, he was right. And then I started seeing it everywhere I looked, all these fucking pricks, everywhere I looked, doing the exact same fucking thing, over and over and over and over and over again, thinking, this time it's gonna be different. No, please. This time it's gonna be different. I'm sorry. I don't like the way you are looking at it, okay? You have a fucking problem in your head. Do you think I'm bullshitting you? Do you think I'm lying? Fuck you, okay? Fuck you. It's okay, man. I'm gonna chill in a moment. I'm gonna chill. The thing is, all right? The thing is I killed you once already. And it's not like I am fucking crazy. It's okay. It's like water under the bridge. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity?
Germs for germs. Consensual, no such thing.
It's a beautiful world we live in, a sweet romantic place. Beautiful people everywhere, the way they show they care makes me want to say, it's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world for you, for you, for you. It's a wonderful time to be here. It's nice to be alive. Wonderful people everywhere. The way they comb their hair makes me want to say, it's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place. It's a wonderful place for you, for you, for you. Hey, tell me what I see. Boy and girl with the new clothes on, you can shake it to me all night long. Hey, hey. It's a beautiful world we live in, a sweet romantic place. Beautiful people everywhere, the way they show they care makes me want to say, it's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world for you, for you, for you. It's not for me. It's a beautiful world for you. It's a beautiful world for you. It's a beautiful world for you. It's a beautiful world, not me. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world. It's a beautiful world.
There's no right, there's no wrong, there's only popular opinion. You believe in germs, right?
I'm not crazy.
Of course not. Of course not. You want to escape, right? That's very sane. That's very sane. I can help you. You want me to, don't you? Get you out.
You know how to get out of here?
Yes, my son.
Then why don't you?
Why don't I try to escape? That's what you're going to ask me, right? Good question. Very good question. Intelligent. Because I'd be crazy to escape.
A heart that's full up like a landfill. A job that slowly kills you. And bruises that won't heal. You look so tired and unhappy and bring down the government, and they don't speak for us. I'll take a quiet life, a handshake of carbon monoxide, and no alarms, and no surprises, no alarms, and no surprises, no alarms, and no surprises, silence.
The lady didn't run fast as a man, so I shot her in the back twice. She's dead, and they told her off, but he got away. She says, "Don't shoot me, I'm pregnant with a baby." I shot her.
This is my final fit, my final belly ache with no alarms, no surprises, no alarms, no surprises, no alarms, no surprises, please. Such a pretty house and such a pretty garden. No alarms, no surprises. No alarms, no surprises. No alarms, no surprises, please.
Breath of the morning, I keep forgetting the smell of the warm summer air. I live in a town where you can't smell a thing, and you watch your feet, the cracks in the pavement. Well, up above, aliens hover and making home movies for the folks back home. Of all these weird people who lock up their spirits, drill holes in themselves, and they live for their secrets.
out of my head.
I'ma fuck up my life. I'ma fuck up my life. We gon' party all night. She don't care if I die. Yeah, right, yeah, right. Yeah, I bet you won't cry. Yeah, I bet you won't.
The thing is, it appears like it's the best time to be alive, but it's not. People are very sad. We have so much comfort, but so little happiness.
Yeah, right, yeah, right.
Where it's good to be bored as a kid because then you figure out shit they're interested in. And when you're offered the internet, you just turn to that. That's what every kid will naturally turn to. It's not a natural interest, it's just a lot of stimulation. The amount of time that I wasted on these things as a child is actually crazy. And the things I had access to, I can almost guarantee they have strangely altered the chemistry of my brain. And I don't think in a good way. I really wish I was born earlier. Our human brains were not prepared for the extremely fast spike in technological advance. And we have not adapted, and it's completely boned the chemicals in our brain. Dopaminergically, it messes it up because we have access to a lot of different stimuli. Using technology and now normal things that would make us happy don't really make us happy. And I don't like it, man. And I don't want this video to make it seem like I'm just complaining. That's not what it is. I'm trying hard. I'm gonna make the best of it. But it's like you have to acknowledge where you're at. You have to acknowledge the situation. I'm not just gonna be delusional about it. You have to know what you're facing to change it. The other day I realized that soon the older generations will die out and Generation Z will have to inherit the earth. And supposedly have to run everything and keep things going. And I was like, oh shit, that's not good because I don't think it's gonna work. Like we're actually little pieces of shit.
Shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention of disguise, beyond red X that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off.
The one on the flamboyant temper, just toss that ham in the frying pan like spam. Get done when I come and slam. Damn, I feel like the son of Sam. Don't make me wreck shit. Hectic, next to the check, got me going like General Electric. And the lights are blinking. I'm thinking it's all over when I go out drinking. Oh, making my mind slow. That's why I don't fuck with the big 4-0, bro. I got to maintain, cause a nigga like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the membrane. Do my shit undercover, now it's time for the blubber. going insane. Try to snatch my crops. These pigs wanna blow my house down. Head underground to the next town. They get mad when they come to raid my pad, and I'm up in the night news dead. Yes, I'm the pirate pilot of this ship. If I dip with the ultraviolet dream, hide from the red light beam. Now do you believe in the unseen? Look, but don't make your eyes strain. A nigga like me is going insane. Insane in the membrane.
Medication time. Medication time.
Excuse me, miss. It might be possible to turn that music down so maybe a couple of the boys could talk.
That music is for everyone, Mr. McMurphy.
Yeah, I know, but you think we might ease it down a little bit so maybe the boys didn't have to shout? Huh?
What you probably don't realize is that we have a lot of old men on this ward who couldn't hear the music if we turned it lower. That music is all they have.
Were you trying to get crazy with this, Sarah?
Your hand is staining my window.
Don't you know I'm loco?
Sorry, man.
All right.
Sorry.
Mr. McMurphy,
Huh?
your medication.
What's in the horse pill?
It's just medicine. It's good for you.
Yeah, but I don't like the idea of taking something if I don't know what it is.
Don't get upset, Mr. McMurphy.
I'm not getting upset, Miss Pilgrim. It's just that I don't want anyone to try and slip me some later.
If he doesn't want to take his medication orally, I'm sure we can arrange that he can have it some other way. But I don't think you'd like it, Mr. McMurphy.
You'd like it, wouldn't you? Why not? Give it to me.
Good. Very good.
Come in.
Alex, thank you for being here. You heard us talking in the first segment about different viewpoints on, is it an addiction? Is it, how real is it? I want you to talk a little bit about porn and how you say it destroyed your life.
Sure. So, internet porn, I first got a hold of it around the age of 11 or 12. I'm in that first generation of kids who grew up going through puberty and having access to high-speed digital porn online. And that's totally different from what our grandparents had with the Playboys and stuff. But digital porn is available anytime, anywhere, unlimited amounts. You could pirate it or get it for free. And it went from like an innocent curiosity about the female form to an out-of-control compulsion really quick. And so when I was 13 or 14 years old, I think around 14, I actually injured myself doing at it so vigorously. So kind of embarrassing, great thing to go on TV and talk about. Well, yeah, so you imagine you're running in your house and there's carpet and you just skid on your knees on the ground. You could actually do that to your genitals too if you use porn too much. So I made a vow. I'm not going to do this for 24 to 48 hours to allow my injuries to heal. It had nothing to do with religious shame. I didn't really grow up religious. I had no moral issues with pornography. I still wouldn't consider myself to be anti-porn. I simply realized at that time I couldn't even not do it for a day to allow my injuries to heal. I realized at that point it was out of control.
Can I ask you, when did you get to a place where were able to recover, so to speak?
So my story really was heavily rooted in porn, and for me, it was over 10 hours a day. I tried to quit dozens of times, hundreds of times, and really what happened was whenever I was old enough to enter into relationships and start trying to engage in sexual activity, I realized that I essentially conditioned my brain to prefer pixels over, people and partners. So when I went to go and start engaging in sexual relationships, I realized I wasn't able to maintain arousal because my brain was like, what is this? A person? You're essentially depersonalizing the person in front of you and imagining porn in your head to actually maintain arousal. So it really not only impacted my grades and my life and everything else, but it also impacted my relationships. And when I was 21, I created a website to help people recover. It's essentially just a forum where addicts, whatever you want to call them, congregate together and encourage each other to abstain from porn and try to recover.
I asked my father, I said, Father, change my name. The one I'm using now, it's covered up with fear and filth and cowardice and shame. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. He said, I locked you in this body, I meant it as a kind of trial. You can use it for a weapon or to make some woman smile. Yeah, lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. Then let me start again, I cried. Please let me start again. I want a face that's fair this time. I want a spirit that is calm. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. I never turned aside, he said. I never walked away. It was you who built the temple. It was you who covered up my face. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. And may the spirit of this song, may it rise up pure and free. May it be a shield for you, a shield against the enemy. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 come back to me. Yes, and lover, 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 lover.
Do you believe that the Lord tonight has set you free? Yes, sir. Turn around and tell those people. Tell them. I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women, 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 women. I said women. I'm not gay. I would not date a man. I would not carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. I will love or woman. I wish I have some shown up believers that'll come down here and dance with him and tell him you can do it in the name of Jesus. And tell him I got a brand new life. Run right now, run, because it's in front of you. Glory to God. Somebody shout better, better, better.
It's kind of fun because when this goes online or whatever it is, it really matters, and it like really doesn't matter. What matters is, you know, the people who are sparked by it. And the people who are like offended by it. It doesn't fucking matter. Fuck you. You know, like, because it's about motivating the doers. And anyone that wants to sit around and talk shit, they're doing too much time, they're taking too much time talking shit about it instead of getting up off their ass and following their dreams. Because I'm here to follow my dreams, you know, and help other people follow their dreams and inspire people who are dreamers.
Friendly advice to a lot of young men. Go to Tibet, ride a camel, read the Bible, dye your shoes blue, grow a beard, circle the world in a paper canoe, subscribe to the Saturday Evening Post, chew on the left side of your mouth only, marry a woman with one leg and shave with a straight razor, and carve your name in her arm. Brush your teeth with gasoline. Sleep all day and climb trees at night. Be a monk and drink buckshot and beer. Hold your head underwater and play the violin. Do a belly dance before pink candles. Kill your dog, run for mayor. Live in a barrel, break your head with a hatchet, plant tulips in the rain, but don't write poetry. We are born like this, into this, as the chalk faces smile, as Mrs. Death laughs, as political landscapes dissolve, as the oily fish spit out their oily prey. We are born like this, into hospitals which are so expensive that it's cheaper to die, into lawyers who charge so much it's cheaper to plead guilty, into a country where the jails are full and the madhouses closed, into a place where the masses elevate fools into rich heroes. This, walking and living through this, dying because of this, castrated, debauched, disinherited because of this. The fingers reach toward an unresponsive God. The fingers reach for the bottle, the pill, the powder. We are born into this sorrowful deadliness. There will be open and unpunished murder in the streets. It will be guns and roving mobs. Land will be useless. Food will become a diminishing return. Nuclear power will be taken over by the night. Explosions will continually shake the earth. Radiated men will eat the flesh of radiated men. The rotting bodies of men and animals will stink in the dark wind. And there will be the most beautiful silence never heard. Born out of that, the sun hidden there, awaiting the next chapter. Yeah, they say I'm good with dialogue. I've lived a lot. I've heard enough fucking conversations. I was blessed with a crappy life, that's all. Crappy life to write about. A lot of writers that get famous when they're 22, 23, and then they're in the literary world, they're going to cocktail parties, and nothing's happening but that. So they miss out on the manure pile. I was always lucky in landing jobs. There'd be 10 guys in the sitting room, they'd take me. They're slim down reason. I finally figured out the reason. They figured out I was dumb, too dumb to steal, so they took me. I just don't love my stuff that much. You know what I'm interested in? What I'm going to type tomorrow night. That's all that interests me. The next poem, the next fucking line. What's past is past. I don't want to linger over it, read it and play with it and jolly it up. It's gone. It's done. If you can't write the next line, well, you're dead. Past doesn't matter.
You used to write every night?
Not every night. 3 or 4 out of 7. And if I don't get those in, I don't act right. I feel sick. Get very depressed. It's a release. It's a release. It's my psychiatrist letting it shit out. It's lucky I get paid for it. I do it for nothing. In fact, I'd pay to do it. Here, I'll give you $10,000 a year if you let me write.
And for years, you worked there?
No, hell no.
And how long you worked at the post office?
No, I quit at the age of 50, yeah. So I was leaving last night. Guys, man's gotta be crazy quitting a good job like this. I walked out that building. Jesus, I didn't right. But I didn't give a damn. I was ready to go down the skid row. I was tired of it all. I think my writing is really pretty fucking powerful stuff. But I think after I'm dead and safe, they're gonna trot me out. I'm gonna really be discovered, you know. Bukowski, it's gonna be sickening. But right now, I like it this way, kind of quiet.
Thanks so much, Anthony. Well, that was a very nice introduction. Thank you. I want to say I'm very grateful to Anthony for arranging this program. This idea of his of bringing psychology to the public, to me, is the most important thing that we as psychologists can do. The volume of information is so great, and the quality of information has improved so markedly over time that there's a lot to share. And we have a relatively short time this evening, but I hope to give you a lot of good perspective about things that matter the most in learning to manage depression. Let me start with a story and get you thinking about this topic. When I was a young psychologist back in 1829, my first job was working in a psychiatric facility. I would interview people who had been through the worst experiences that you can imagine. People who had been raped, tortured, mutilated. People who had fled their homelands literally with the bullets whizzing past their head. People who lost their entire family in one fell swoop in a plane crash or a car crash. People who had suffered the worst adversities you can possibly imagine. And when I would interview these people, it was easy to appreciate why they were broken, why they were so despairing, why they had given up on life. That was, of course, an interesting lesson, to say the least. The compassion, the empathy was very easy. But what fascinated me clinically, that has every bit of relevance to what we're going to talk about tonight, is when I interviewed people who had been through these horrific experiences, people who probably should have been depressed, but they weren't. And I wanted to know, why not? What is it about the way that these people are coping that somehow serves to insulate them against depression?
utter profanity at me. Strike my harmony music down. Shatter my purpose adventure. Break all my rhythm up. Torture me. Torture me. Torture me. Torture me. Torture me with lies in front of my friends. Call me a fucking jerk. Call me a fucking bum. Call me a fucking asshole. Take me on a series of freak out harass on every city bus route. Torture me. Torture me. Torture me. Torture me.
The first sign of really like bad mental illness was when my father passed away. It was very sudden. It was a car accident. It just happened when I was 13, and like that's when I started getting like really depressed for the first time. I think I was 16. I was having heart palpitations and taking me to the hospital.
Yeah.
That was like the first time I ever had a panic attack.
I didn't know about like anxieties and this and that. Like he had to tell me. I didn't like see it.
Especially growing up with parents that were born during like the Depression years. It was shut up and get through it. Like Grandma Jean, shut up and get through it.
They didn't talk about nothing.
You know, everything was, you just pull on your bootstraps and you go through it, and that's the end of it.
Exactly.
There's obvious signs of, depression or anxiety throughout the family that nobody ever talks about. I'm the first person that's kind of stood up and said, this is what's going on, guys. So,
as far as mental health stigmas go, I think we're in a better place than we were a decade ago. There's still a lot of room to grow in terms of how people see mental illness. They might think of, the crazy person locked up in an asylum, but in reality, it's a very real and very common.
If mental health was taken a little bit more seriously in this country, or if we had maybe a Medicare for all type deal, it might be a lot easier for people to get help, and then you wouldn't have so many people living on the streets because they can't afford their medication.
Rush me up so I can holler. Make me holler at passengers on buses. Get me yelled at by bus drivers. Knock all mature rap music away. Turn my harmony tripper skirt into a war hell ride. Torture me. Torture me. Torture me. Torture me. Rock over London. Rock over Chicago. Days in. It's the best value under the sun.
Dear Fano, this isn't anyone's fault, so try not to blame yourselves.
But the reality is that my fight was one that was never going to be won.
I tried to make everything as pleasant and quick as possible. I hope this scene doesn't burden you because I don't want to leave trauma and hurt.
I'm just sick of being the good guy, sick of no one caring about how I am or how I feel.
I'm not worth it, and I know that I don't deserve anything good because I am shit.
I have pushed away everyone that cared about me, or that have walked out on me, and I can no longer put the burden of my life onto anybody else.
I know how blessed parts of my life have been, but I can no longer find any drive or motivation to live.
I have no friends. I feel so unliked and alone. I just want it all to stop.
No one will understand how I feel, or know what it is like in my head, and if you knew, you will hate me anyway.
I hope you find peace in knowing that I'm no longer in pain, that I'm no longer fighting the demons in my head.
I'm not good enough. No one supports me when I tell them I want to do music. They just laugh and ignore me.
To my darling little girl, this isn't your fault, okay? Dad is sick, very, very sick, and I'm very, very tired and I need to go now.
I am sorry, everybody, for any pain this causes, and I pray that it's temporary.
I've always tried to give the best of myself to my friends. I truly hope you can reminisce on the good and happy memories we had.
I want to flip the switch that keeps you sane and attached to fear so that you don't harm yourself. I want to hurt myself and not worry anymore.
Please forgive me because I can't do this anymore. Love you all so much, but I'm tired of pretending, tired of trying to be someone I'm not.
You'll move on and eventually forget about me.
I love you guys, and always will. My true family.
I can't live like this anymore, and I'm so sorry. This isn't how I wanted my life to be.
Don't hate me, please. I don't know what else to do. Love you all. And I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
Dear suicidal me, please just listen to me for a second, please.
It's okay, my brother. You are not alone. There are lots of people suffering with what we have. It's called depression, and you aren't going crazy.
I wish you knew how much was to come from that existing mindset. But trust me, things get so much better.
It's okay, my brother. Just breathe and know that you are truly worth it. You truly deserve so much love and happiness.
Roughly 3 years ago, I was suffering with some depression. I've had some depression issues throughout my life, but for some reason 3 years ago, it became a lot worse than it had ever been. I'm normally able to deflect it or kind of laugh it off with some friends, but for some reason, this particular scenario was a lot worse than I had ever dealt with. I had my first thought of suicide when I was a little bit younger, thought about it a little bit, but it kind of went away. And then in the time where it got the worst, 3 years ago, I had a small thought of suicide. It was, maybe suicide would make it better. And then as the depression got a little bit worse, as the thoughts got worse, the suicide came up more and more and more. And then I started to fantasize about it. I started to think about it more. I started thinking the different ways that I could kill myself, the fastest ways, so on and so forth. But that last one, where I was legitimately sitting or laying on my gym floor, going through the process. I had never actually thought about and envisioned putting a gun in my mouth and pulling the trigger and that being it. That had never come to my brain the way that it did in that moment. That's when I knew something wasn't right. So I've actually been personally affected by suicide. My dad's best friend killed himself. It was rough because his kids were really young at the time, and I have a 3-year-old daughter. And I remember they were getting a divorce, and he wasn't okay with it. So he, instead of trying to work through it or think about his children, he went to the bathroom and shot himself while his family was in the living room. And I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to want to do that because you're just tired of it. You don't want to deal with the process anymore. So I felt his pain, and I was young at the time, but I can't imagine leaving my kids because I had to see what his kids dealt with after that. His kids had to grow up without a father. In fact, his one child didn't even realize that he killed himself until he was 10 years older. It's not fair. It's not fair, and it hurts me to think that instead of giving it time, working through it, he took the way out, and his family had to suffer because of it. It took me a long time to really come to process this. I've been a firefighter for 11 years, and I've seen a lot of bad things. And I've seen my fellow firefighters kill themselves because instead of talking to each other, instead of doing what was best for themselves, they decided to take their own lives. That should never be the option. If the last option is you talking to someone, that has to be the option. Your brothers and sisters are here for you. You're never alone. You are never alone, and it does not make you less of a man or less of a woman or less of a first responder to talk to the people around you or utilize the people that are there to help you. I promise you, you are loved. We all are. But you have to utilize that love. You have to let go.
This is a war for your fucking life. Your head is being held underwater by the forces of entropy. Only it's worse than water. It's some sick, syrupy, sap-like shit that flows out of the cock of Lucifer. And you're in it like a little fucking bug in amber, just floating in there. Lost in an entropic world where you can't reach your goals because you feel tired all the fucking time. Easy fix. Jog around the fucking block. If you can't jog around the block, do some form of physical exercise. If you can't do a physical exercise, chant a fucking mantra. If you can't chant a fucking mantra, chant it in your head. But you've got to work yourself up into a war pitch to begin the initial movements out of the state of victimhood and into the state into survivor mode. That wonderful place when you gaze around the battlefield and stare at the desiccated corpses that once had such great power over you.
depression is kind of a general term that basically means that you might have a sad mood. The illness of depression, however, is a lot different in that it has a much deeper sadness. But sadness is only one of the many symptoms that you get with an episode of depression.
There's a number of signs and symptoms that you can kind of watch for. First and foremost is a change in behavior.
Something that
not caused by anything. It's just there. It's just lazy. Waits. It lays in wait for the time when you think it's fine now. I'm okay, and then the next thing you know, this is not okay. It's not going so well.
Was there something somebody said to you? One sentence that got through, that sailed through?
No, it's like it got through to me saying you need help, and that's the best sense it got through.
Family, friends, everybody.
Many people. It was pretty much unanimous on that level. And then you go and you say, that's it. Yeah, you're right.
How long before you decided this is it?
I don't know. That was a couple of years of just thinking I can do it on my own. And you can't. That's the bottom line. I can do this. I can stop. And you really think you can. Then you really, I need help.
Far from it. In fact, the numbers state that nearly 1 in 10 Americans have suffered depression in the past year, many others dealing with addiction. The good news is there are new and effective treatments. These diseases are treatable.
The change in behavior. Something is different with our loved ones. So noticing that, either change in sleeping behaviors, maybe sleeping longer or sleeping less. Change in eating patterns. And when that occurs, we need to be talking to our family members and our loved ones and just how are they doing?
I think one of the more important things is for people to be educated about this. So you have open, honest discussions about it. If I start having some symptoms of this, let me know and I'll get help.
Asking the question, if you have this gut feeling of I think this person's maybe suicidal or wanting to hurt themselves, if that comes to mind, you need to ask those questions. And then, depending on the response, will depend on how you need to proceed.
Do you still miss drugs?
Oh, yeah. You have any? Yes, I do.
What do you miss?
Codeine.
Why?
That was all I ever liked. It was like, I never liked alcohol, I never liked street drugs, because it was a calming drug. And so, yeah, it was very attractive to me. Like I suppose a cocktail would be if I ever, liked that.
Have you fallen off the wagon, so to speak, in terms of drugs?
Yeah, I did once. I did last year, after 10 years, I had a long dental thing. This is what's hard about codeine being your drug. It's not like you go in and they go, hey, you want some vodka or some cocaine? So you go in and you have surgery, and they give you painkillers. So then I get dyslexic when I look at the instructions. Take one every 4 hours. I just flop the, numbers.
Remember when you were young?
You shone like the sun. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Now there's a look in your eyes, like black holes in the sky. Shine on, you crazy diamond. You were caught in the crossfire of childhood stardom, blown on the steel breeze. Come on, you target for faraway laughter. Come on, you stranger, you legend, you martyr, and shine. You reached for the secret too soon. You cried for the moon. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Threatened by shadows at night and exposed in the light. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Well, you wore out your welcome with random precision. Rolled on the steel, please. Come on, you raver, you seer of visions. Come on, you painter, you piper, you presser, and shine.
was going through a drug problem, and I think it was more my state of mind. I was just pretty depressed.
Once upon a time, when Jesus was walking down his way on earth, he met this man who was possessed by a demon.
And Jesus asked the man, "Why do you speak so funny? And why do you behave like that?" And the man said,
"Well, Jesus, because I'm possessed by a demon."
"God!" Jesus said. And the demon went out into the pig, and the pig was running away, screaming. And the man was free. Do you see? If you only could believe, Jesus said. Everything is possible for those who believe.
No, 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 no! Wait. Hey. Wait. Wait. Just wait.
Death is real. Someone's there and then they're not. And it's not for singing about. It's not for making into art. When real death enters the house, all poetry is dumb. When I walk in to the room where you were and look into the emptiness instead, all fails. My knees fail. My brain fails. Words fail. Crusted with tears, catatonic and raw, I go downstairs and outside and you still get mail. A week after you died, a package with your name on it came, and inside was a gift for our daughter you had ordered in secret and collapsed there on the front steps. I wailed. A backpack for when she goes to school a couple years from now. You were thinking ahead to a future you must have known deep down would not include you. Though you clawed at the cliff you were sliding down, being swallowed into a silence that's bottomless and real. It's dumb, and I don't want to learn anything from this. I love you.
You give me photon loss, me give you die.
I've seen horrors that you've seen. But you have no right to call me a murderer. You have a right to kill me. You have a right to do that. But you have no right to judge me. It's impossible for words to describe what is necessary to those who do not know what horror means. Horror. Horror has a face, and you must make a friend of horror. Horror and moral terror are your friends. If they are not, then they are enemies to be feared. They are truly enemies. I remember when I was with Special Forces, it seems 1,000 centuries ago, we went into a camp to inoculate some children. We left the camp after we had inoculated the children for polio. And this old man came running after us and he was crying. He couldn't say. We went back there, and they had come and hacked off every inoculated arm. There they were in a pile of little arms. Diamond bullet right through my forehead. And I thought, my God, the genius of that. The genius. The will to do that. Perfect, genuine, complete, crystalline, pure. And then I realized they were stronger than me because they could stand it. These were not monsters. These were men, trained cadres. These men who fought with their hearts, who have families, who have children, who are filled with love. But they have the strength. The strength to do that. If I had 10 divisions of those men, then our troubles here would be over very quickly. You have to have men who are moral and at the same time who are able to utilize their primordial instincts to kill without feeling, without passion, without judgment. Because it's judgment that defeats us.
Remember when you ran away and I got on my knees and begged you not to leave because I'd go berserk? Well, you left me anyhow, and then the days got worse and worse, and now you see I've gone completely out of my mind. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha, they're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny farm where life is beautiful all the time, and I'll be happy to see those nice young men in their clean white coats, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha! You thought it was a joke, and so you laughed. You laughed when I had said that losing you would make me flip my lid. Right? You know you laughed. I heard you laugh. You laughed and laughed, and then you left. But now you know I'm utterly mad. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. I cooked your food, I cleaned your house, and this is how you pay me back for all my kind, unselfish, loving deeds. And they're coming to take me away, ha-ha. To the happy home with trees and flowers and chirping birds and basket weavers who sit and smile and twiddle their thumbs and toes, and they're coming to take me away.
song on the radio the other day, and the guy was singing that his name was Carnival.
Arthur.
Which is crazy. Because that's my clown name, work. Until a little while ago, it was like nobody ever saw me. Even I didn't know if I really existed.
Arthur, I have some bad news for you.
I read your words like black hungry birds read
You don't
every
listen to you. I don't think you ever
rise and
really
fall,
hear me.
spin and call.
You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts. But you don't listen. Anyway, I said, for my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. And people are starting to notice.
Throw the ball, and my name is Carnival. Strings of yellow tears drip from black wire fears in the meadow. And their white
They don't give a shit
halos
about
spin
people like you,
with an anger that is thin and turns to
And
sorrow.
they really don't give a shit about people like me either.
King of all, hear me call. Hear my name, Carnival. Here there is no law, but the arcade's penny claw hanging empty. The painted laughing smile and the turning of the style do not envy. And the small can steal the ball to touch the face of Carnival. The fat woman frowns at screaming frightened clowns that move enchanted. And the shadow lion waits outside your iron gates with one wish granted. Colors fall, throw the ball, play the game of Carnival.
Define it for me.
Without a thought of size, you come to hypnotize
taking a break in your brain, you know?
I wouldn't be able to explain that as much, just because I'm not a doctor. I can just tell you what I'm feeling at the time, and I feel a heightened connection with the universe when I'm ramping up. It is a health issue. This is like a sprained brain, like having a sprained ankle. And if someone has a sprained ankle, you're not gonna push on him more.
Right.
With us, once our brain gets to a point of spraining, people do everything to make it worse.
Show mind to change. 'Cause I feel black days, black days. How would I know that this could be my fate? How would I know that this could be my fate? How would I know that this could be my fate? How would I know that this could be my fate? Should I never change?
Howard, it's Bateman, Patrick Bateman. You're my lawyer, so I think you should know I've killed a lot of people. Some escort girls in an apartment uptown. Some homeless people maybe 5 or 10. An NYU girl I met in Central Park. I left her in a parking lot behind some donut shop. I killed Bethany, my old girlfriend, with a nail gun. And some man, some old faggot. This week, I killed another girl. Chainsaw. I had to. She almost got away. Someone else there, I can't remember. Maybe a mom. She's dead too. And Paul Allen. I killed Paul Allen with an axe in the face. His body is dissolving in a bathtub in Hell's Kitchen. I don't want to leave anything out here. I guess I've killed maybe 20 people, maybe 40. Tapes, a lot of it. Some of the girls have seen the tapes. I even
Qui chante près de la place où des pieds passent, cachés dans les trous d'un temps d'hiver. Et quand tu es seul pendant un instant,
I just had to kill a lot of people. And I'm gonna get away with it this time. I'm pretty, I mean, I guess I'm a pretty sick guy. So, if you get back tomorrow, I made you up in Arizona. So, keep your eyes open.
When me and Brad first met, I didn't think we'd get along, but turns out we kind of agree on everything. Your racial identity is the most important thing. Everything should be looked at through the lens of race.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We both have a lot of opinions about people of color, even though we barely know any.
I say colored people, but as long as we're classifying them, we both think minorities are a united group who think the same and act the same.
And vote the same. No, just black. Sorry, I don't know. I just think we should
roll back discrimination laws so we can hire based on race again. Jinx, now you owe me a Coke. Hey, tell them what you told me yesterday.
White actors should only do voices for white cartoon characters.
Been saying that for years. Stick to your own.
Us white people, we have so much privilege.
I agree. It is a privilege to be white. Asking about interracial dating.
All I said is that black men that date white women have internalized racism, and white men that date ethnic women are fetishizing them.
Guys against interracial dating now. Like, am I being pranked? Did Boomer put you up to this?
Ugh, you know that taco place is white.
White people should be making white foods, like Kraft macaroni and cheese, no seasoning, not even salt. It's like he's a mind reader. I mean, I've been pushing for segregation forever, and my man does what?
I created an improv comedy show exclusively for ethnic people.
Guy segregates comedy on my birthday.
White people need to stop wearing dreadlocks, and they need to stop appropriating black people's music.
Shaved heads and country music, the way God intended.
You know all white people are racist.
I'm listening.
Even if you have a black wife or a black friend group, you're still really racist. You know, we just kicked a guy out of the organization for having a black girlfriend, but if you can promise me he's still really racist, we'll consider letting him back in.
Black people should only shop at black businesses.
I guess the only thing we really disagree about is I think white people are the root of all evil.
But what did I tell you, though? If we can narrow that down to a certain group of tiny-hatted white people, I think we can come to an understanding.
Technically, I don't consider Jewish people white.
Neither do I.
We're still good with commercial cucking, right? Yeah, as long as you pay for it. Sex work should be celebrated.
DMT with Easter bunnies. Now that's an example of being crazy. I mean, this is art. And I'm not saying what I do politically is art, but everything is an art form. Oh yeah, a little more.
Oh, I really want to
76. More set it up. Look at that.
flip out and kill people is thrilling.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Like, for real.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for coming to Credit Agree Farms. Randy, we all see you behind the bush. Everyone sees you.
A very happy morning, everybody, and a fine St. Patrick's Day to all of you. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a farm across the street selling weed also, and the owner is actually 10% Irish.
So obviously you're upset that you don't seem to have any customers.
What I'm upset about is a wee little thing called cultural appropriation. Ever heard of it? That's why we can't wear sombreros on Cinco de Mayo. Why we can't dress like Indians on Halloween.
What's your point?
I'm looking at my point, you racist son of a bitch. You have no right to wear that stuff. It is offensive. Come on, guys. St. Patrick's Day is the one day of the year we have left where we can actually celebrate being white. Any other day that we tried to be proud of our culture, we would get immediately canceled by Twitter. And yet for some reason, you're all over here buying your weed from someone who is fine mocking our customs and traditions.
Maybe they're here because my St. Patrick's Day special is better than yours.
Okay, yeah, let's arrest the white leprechaun. Cause you know, can't have one day for a mostly white culture, right? Don't want to get canceled. I guess don't arrest him for cultural appropriations. Guess that only works one way, huh?
Good morning. Can you shake off your skin?
feeling anxious, depressed, powerless? Well, you're not alone. A growing number of people all over the world are dealing with mental health problems. In fact, since 1990, mental disorders have increased globally by 48%. Besides the direct health and social impact it has on individuals, this increase in mental health disorders is costing the global economy almost $1 trillion each year. This means that mental health can no longer be treated as an individual problem, but rather as a widespread public health issue. So the question is, why has there been a rise in mental health issues in the last few decades? But before we answer that, we need to first understand what causes mental disorders. Mental health is incredibly complex, and there are many variations and combinations of factors that can lead to mental disorders. These range from biological factors to external social and environmental factors. Biological factors include genetics, chemical imbalances, and physical injuries. For example, studies have shown that disorders like bipolar, depression, and schizophrenia have genetic roots which can get passed down in the family. More external are direct psychological factors tied to individuals' personal experiences. Cognitive and affective traits like coping skills, self-esteem, memory, or trauma. Poor self-esteem, for example, was shown to play a critical role in the development of mental disorders such as depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. Even further out are social and environmental factors. Discrimination, poverty, pollution, displacement, food insecurity, etc. can all have detrimental mental health impacts on a large scale. For example, a study showed that if people are exposed to prolonged armed conflicts, where they experience constant stress and trauma, they are more vulnerable to developing a mental disorder. Some of these external factors can also interact with certain internal factors and put people at higher risk of developing a mental disorder. For instance, internal factors like sex, gender, or race can interact with social factors like discrimination and poverty to increase the risk of developing mental problems. Now that we know what causes mental health problems, which of these factors is behind the recent increase in mental disorders in the last 30 years? Since biological factors like genetics or physical injury have remained relatively constant, they can be ruled out. But as we move towards the more external, social, and environmental factors, we see that there has been a lot of change in the past few decades, and researchers believe that these external social changes have played a significant role in the increase in mental health disorders today. Let's explore 4 of these social and environmental changes and see how they have influenced widespread mental health problems. Over the years, the gap between the average incomes of the top 10% and the bottom 50% of individuals within countries has almost doubled. This unequal distribution of income means that despite overall economic growth, many people still face financial problems. Research shows that this economic distress can adversely impact people's mental health as it may promote fear, worry, and hopelessness, and a sense of powerlessness to exert control over their situation. A study conducted with low-income families in the U.S. showed that persistent poverty-related stress was directly related to symptoms of anxiety and depression. The 2021 IPCC report warns us that global warming and extreme weather events like heat waves and floods will become more frequent and intense. Direct contact with these extreme weather events can severely disrupt people's lives and lead to trauma, loss of resources, and social support. Research reveals that this can increase the risk of developing mental disorders such as PTSD, depression, general anxiety, increased substance use, and suicidal thoughts. For instance, A 2019 study analyzed the mental health of flood victims globally. 20% of the victims had been diagnosed with depression, 28% with anxiety, and 36% with PTSD. Besides being affected directly by extreme weather events, climate change can also affect people's mental health indirectly. A 2021 study reported that many people were experiencing negative thoughts about climate change. 45% of respondents felt their feelings about climate change negatively impacted their daily life. 75% of respondents said that they think the future is frightening, and 83% said that they think people have failed to take care of the planet. Humans have evolved as social creatures, strongly dependent on familial and social bonds. However, today, many people live alone, far away from their communities. A major reason for this has been better job opportunities, quality education, and advanced healthcare offered in cities. Due to these incentives, the urban population increased from 39% in 1980 to 55% today, and is expected to increase to 68% by 2050. However, cities are expensive and have limited space. This often results in many people moving to cities alone, leaving their families and social support networks behind. Research has found that people living in isolation in urban areas are more likely to suffer from certain mental disorders such as anxiety, depression, alienation, and family disintegration. Today, almost 1 in 3 people around the world use social media platforms. This technology has a direct link to people's lives and their social connections and interactions. But how does it affect mental health? Many researchers have highlighted that social media is heavily linked to negative well-being and poor self-esteem, especially among young people. A 2017 study found that people who use 7 or more social media platforms were 3 times more likely to have high levels of anxiety symptoms than those who use 0 to 2 platforms. Some researchers also say that spending more time on social media can make people experience social isolation. Moreover, according to the Center for Research, almost 25% of adolescents believe that social media has a mostly negative effect on their mental health, with 13% of 12 to 17-year-olds reporting depression and 32% reporting anxiety. While a lot of this research is still new and ongoing, it is clear that the rise of social media is increasing the risk of mental health disorders. As we have seen, these large-scale social and environmental changes are creating mental health challenges. So, it's very plausible that the recent increase in global mental health problems is correlated to these large-scale social and environmental changes. If that is the case, solutions to this public health crisis, in addition to conventional treatment and prevention measures, need to address these social and environmental challenges as well. And since these factors will continue to intensify in the future, there is an urgent need for more research, policy, and awareness about this increasing mental health crisis and its impact on people and communities around the world.
Here's the ultimate inside joke. There's only one person on this entire fucking planet that knows what this joke means. And here you go. Jimmy Dench. Try to figure it out. You won't.
nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid or am I just stoned? I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. He says it's a lack of sex that's bringing me down. I went to a whore who said my life's a bore. So stop your whining 'cause it's bringing me down. Oh. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid or am I just stoned? Grasping to control. So I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Oh yes, I do. I really do. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? I might be paranoid. Am I just paranoid or am I just stoned?
I should laugh, but I cry because your love has passed me by. You took me by surprise. You didn't realize that I was waiting. Time goes slowly, but it carries on. And now the best years have come and gone. You took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were laughing. Laughing. What you're doing to me. Laughing. It ain't the way it should be. You took away everything I had. You put the hurt on me. Laughing. What you're doing to me. Laughing. It ain't the way it should be. You took away everything I had, you put the hurt on me. I go alone now, calling your name. After losing at the game, you took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were laughing. Time goes slowly, but carries on. And now the best years have come and gone. You took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were laughing. Laughing. What you did to me. Laughing. The way it should be. You took away everything I had. You put the hurt on me. To me, or what you doing to me? You took away everything I had. You put the hurt on me. Laughing, laughing, laughing.
Well, the fact that you're doing it and the fact that you're learning a new thing that's really difficult to learn, don't you think that that's good for your brain?
No, I am a big believer in constantly learning. It's why I like you as a person, because you're constantly, like, you're not the Joe I knew 3 years ago in a good way. You're like, you learn all of this. You know, when I first met you, you weren't hunting. You were into martial. That was the thing. You were two-dimensional. You were, which was amazing because everyone was just a comedian. You were this Taekwondo champion, stand-up guy. And then since then, you've added all, like, the guests that you have on and the fact that you're able to, like, talk to them and stuff is because you've continued to, it's the same thing with like a comic who writes his first hour and then just sits on it for like 8 years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden 2 presidents goes by and it's like, why aren't they laughing anymore? It's like, because you're just stuck in time. So, I believe in that, and I also believe in playing card games and stuff is good for your mind.
Yeah.
And,
any games. They say even video games. You know, people like to shit on video games, but they say video games have a positive cognitive effect on kids.
Yeah,
they're calculating and moving. You're thinking fast.
Yeah, their hand-eye coordination is like insane.
Yeah.
I guess if you some of those games, if you play them, I guess, I don't know.
Well, you think about the amount of hours they're putting into their thumbs. Because how often do you really use your thumb in like detailed ways? Very rarely. But kids today, they have ridiculous thumb dexterity.
I tapped out Grand Theft Auto 3 is when I stopped, which is about 2003, 2002 or something. They were just too amazing. And I was just like, I am nowhere in my career right now. And this is just, dude, I was walking around, I was living in New York at the time, and I would stop playing the game, and I would be walking down the street thinking about it. Like I'd walk into the subway, like not thinking about jokes, thinking how I could beat this next level. And I remember I played this Medal of Honor game, and they had this thing when you hit the sniper button, like the scope would go like that, and X would go like that. And I played it one day, 1 week, so much that when I walked out on the street, I was looking at people across the street doing like that X thing was going on my face. I was just like, there's something about, like, I already, not the brightest guy, when it comes to like school. So it's just like, I was like, this is doing something to my brain. So I remember I came home and I just unplugged everything. Really quickly took everything off because I knew I was never going to figure it out and I didn't have the instructions anymore. I just stuck it in the back of the closet. Like, well, that's it.
I did the same thing with video games with Quake. I had a real problem when I was playing 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day sometimes. I had a T1 line installed in my house just so I could play with a fast internet connection. This is like 1998.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I mean, there was slow internet where I was. So I said, well, what's the options? So one option is they chew up the street and put this crazy fat business line. It cost me a shitload of money. And I was like, let's do it. So I had installed a business line that we'd use, at the time, you'd use for a large building. Right. And I had it just for my house. And I would play video games online all the time. And
you could play online against people for the last 20 years?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
We'd play online teams. We'd have teams of guys, like me and 3 of my friends would play against 4 other guys. And we'd like meet at a certain server, and you could chat and talk to each other. All right, you ready to go? All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. And then the game will start, and then we'd have these matches. It was fun, man. It was really fun. It was really exciting too because it's all happening in real time.
Yeah.
But I reached a point somewhere around like the year 2000 where I know one day I played until it was sunlight. Until the sun came up, and I'm 30 years old, and I'm sitting there, my hands are sweating, I'm all caffeinated up, I've been drinking Mountain Dew for the past 8 hours, and I realized, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this is just, I'm not where I want to be as a comic, I'm not where I want to be with my life, and I'm just sitting here playing video games all the time, and there's no future in this.
No.
I've been stuck in things where there's no future before. I know what that is. I felt like that with fighting. When I was 21, there was a point in time where I was like, there's no future in this. Like, I'm just going to keep getting hit in the head, and I'm going to get dumber and more brain damage and more crazy. Right. And I'm like, this is dangerous. And I realized I got to stop. I got to stop. There's no future in this. There was no money in fighting back then. And then I got there with pool. Same thing with pool. And my manager called me, and he said, I think you play pool too much. He's like, I think. he's like, I think that you seriously think about pool more than you do your career, and I respect him. He's a very good friend of mine, so I had to really pause. I didn't take it lightly. I had to take a deep breath, and I was like, he's right. Right. I play pool all the time. Just playing every day. I have a real addictive personality.
I do too. So I get like how many hours I want to get flying, and then like things I want to learn playing drums and stuff, and then it becomes I've had to learn to be like, Bill, these are hobbies.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're a dad first, and you're a comedian.
Yep.
Let's sort of prioritize. Like the world isn't waiting for you to know how to play good times, bad times.
Yeah.
That can sit back a little bit.
But the fact that you're doing that kind of stuff, I think is great. I really identify with you in a lot of ways when you do that. When you get crazy about drums.
Oh my God.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile. Through your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile. Through your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, smile, hide every trace of sadness. Although a tear may be ever so near, that's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. You'll find that life's worthwhile if you just smile.
Warning signs of satanic behavior may be apparent, such as a sudden, bitterly antagonistic attitude towards family and religion, a drastic decline in academic performance, a reclusive behavior pattern, and listening exclusively to heavy metal rock music, almost to the point of addiction. When one or more of these warning signs are evident, you should look further for ritual items such as a pentagram or other satanic symbols, black or red robes, a decorative dagger or knife.
I still recall the taste of your tears, echoing your voice just like the ringing in my ears. My favorite dreams of you still wash ashore, scraping through my head till I don't wanna sleep.
or goblet, black candles. A personal diary with a black cover, which is called a Book of Shadows, and copies of publications, such as the Satanic Bible and the Satanic Rituals.
You make this all go away. You make this all go away. I'm down to just one thing, and I'm starting to scare myself. You make this all go away. You make this all go away. I just want something. I just want something I can never have.
And possibly a small, makeshift altar. If you discover items such as these, experts advise you contact your local law enforcement agency at once.
You always were the one to show me how. Back then I couldn't do the things that I can do now. This thing is slowly taking me apart. Gray would be the color if I had a heart. Come on, tell me you make this all go away. You make this all go away. I'm down to just one thing, and I'm starting to scare myself. You make this all go away. You make this all go away. I just want something. I just want something I can never have. In this place, it seems like such a shame. Though it all looks different now, I know it's still the same. Everywhere I look, you're all I see. Just a fading fucking reminder of who I used to be. Come on, tell me you make this all go away. You make this all go away. I'm down to just one thing, and I'm starting to scare myself. You make this all go away. You make it all go away. I just want something. I just want something I can never have. I just want something I can never
What's so funny?
Just think
Do you want to tell it to me?
Good morning, my name is Rich. What brings you to the ER on this lovely Sunday morning? I'm feeling really depressed. Okay. Do you have any thoughts of hurting yourself? Yes. Okay, we're gonna get you back right now and try to get you some help as soon as we can, okay? Wait, I'm scared. What's gonna happen? Well, first we're gonna change you into a hospital gown and we'll keep all your belongings labeled in a locker for you. Can I at least keep my phone and bracelets? No, unfortunately, we have to keep everything. If it's not too busy, you can ask your nurse to use your phone every now and then, but you can't keep it with you. Okay. We're also gonna have someone sit with you at all times while you wait to speak to a psychiatrist. Is that to make sure I don't run away or hurt myself? Yes. They'll keep an eye on you at all times, including when you go to the bathroom. Unfortunately, a lot of incidents happen when patients lock themselves in the bathroom. How long until I see a doctor? Look, I won't lie to you, it could be a very long time. Our psychiatric doctors don't live in the ER, but we'll page them as soon as we get you back. What about the ER doctor? Will I see the ER doctor? They might come say hi, but they won't be able to do much besides get you some meds to ease any anxiety. We have to wait for the psych team. How long will I have to be here for? Our social worker will try to get you transferred to a psych facility ASAP. But it could be all day. All day? What if I want to leave? We can't let you leave. That's so unfair. I don't want to spend all day in the ER. I want to be able to leave when I want to. Think about it, okay? If we let you leave after you come to us for help and something happened to you, we would never be able to forgive ourselves. I just want to get better. I know.
ever considered any real freedoms? Freedoms in the opinion of others, even the opinions of yourself. They say why? Will it? Why they want to terminate my command?
Just looking out on the day of another dream.
I'm sent on classified missions.
Where you can't get what you want.
It's no longer classified. Is it? Did they tell you?
They told me that you had gone totally insane. And that your methods were unsound.
Are my methods unsound? I don't see any method at all. I expect someone like you. What did you expect? Are you an assassin? I'm a soldier. You're neither. You're an errand boy, sent by grocery clerks to collect the bill.
Wow, it's been quite a ride, I would say. If you've made it to the end of this mixtape, then well done. You deserve some kind of medal or something. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the madness of it. Hopefully you've got some enlightenment from these sometimes words of wisdom. And I'm going to finish with one of my favorite crazy people, Matthew Silver. He's like cosplaying as a crazy person is how I feel, which frees him to do whatever he wants, because people just go like, he's crazy. But actually, he's like really committed to doing his art form and spreading his message. And I would say he's probably highly intelligent. I wonder, like, because you never see videos of him talking normally, but I assume he just goes home and he just, sits on the couch with his family or friends and just talks like a normal dude. And he's like, well, I gotta go back out tomorrow. And he's just following his dream. Or maybe he is batshit. Doesn't really matter, does it, in the end? But anyway, I'll leave you with Matthew. And thanks for coming on the ride. Hope you've had a good night in the Psych Ward or wherever you are. Much love from Dan.
What do you think the meaning of life is?
To live and to live in a mystery and to find purpose and to live in the now. Magic. Now.
adventurous memory?
This! I remember this! This is an adventure! This is the memory!
What advice do you have for younger generations?
Younger generations? Live in the moment! Don't get old! Don't judge people! Because you can't be free if you judge people! Love now! Create! Inspire! By doing what you love.
What do you love?
This! The moment! Love! Now! It repeats!
What other advice do you have for us?
That you're already doing. You're always doing what's in your heart. You can't get away from your heart. Because life is a paradox. It's a mirror of confusion. So, love now.
Who do you love?
I love all of you!